America is famous for its towering skyscrapers, bustling cities, and a culture that's always moving forward. But beneath the surface of this modern landscape, hidden among the historic buildings and quiet streets, there are stories that refuse to be forgotten. All across the country, you'll find towns where residents, visitors, and even law enforcement have reported things they just can't explain: strange sightings, mysterious sounds, and events that seem to defy all logic. These aren't just your typical campfire tales or urban legends. Many of these places have long, dark histories shaped by war, tragedy, disease, and sudden, violent death. And in some of these towns, it seems like the past doesn't want to stay buried. Are you ready to explore the places where history feels alive, and sometimes a little too close for comfort? Let's dive into America's most haunted towns. When you think of a haunted American town, one name almost always comes to mind: Salem, Massachusetts. The story of Salem is forever tied to the infamous witch trials of 1692. What started as a few strange accusations quickly spiraled into mass hysteria, leading to the wrongful execution of 20 innocent people accused of witchcraft. It was a time of fear, paranoia, and deep injustice. Today, Salem is a popular tourist destination, but visitors often report experiencing more than just history. People talk about seeing shadowy figures darting through alleys near the old Burying Point Cemetery, where some of the accused and their judges are buried. Inside historic buildings like the Joshua Ward House, which was built on the land of the man who oversaw the executions, people claim to hear footsteps when no one is there and feel sudden bone-chilling cold spots even on a warm day. Is it the lingering energy of the innocent souls who suffered here, or is it something else entirely? Whatever the cause, the weight of Salem's past is something you can feel in the air. Now, let's travel south to a place where the echoes of war still ring out: Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. In July of 1863, this quiet town became the site of one of the most brutal and pivotal battles of the American Civil War. Over 3 days, more than 50,000 soldiers were killed, wounded, or went missing. The sheer scale of the bloodshed was unimaginable, and the entire town was transformed into a massive, makeshift hospital and graveyard. It's no surprise, then, that Gettysburg is considered one of the most paranormally active places in the world. For decades, paranormal investigators, park rangers, and visitors have documented an astonishing number of strange occurrences. People have reported seeing apparitions of soldiers still marching in formation across the fields at night, seemingly unaware that the battle is over. Disembodied voices, cries of pain, and the phantom sound of cannon and gunfire had been heard echoing across the battlefield, especially in areas like Devil's Den and Little Round Top, where some of the fiercest fighting took place. Some have even captured electronic voice phenomena, or EVP, believed to be the voices of soldiers still lingering on the land where they fell. The ground at Gettysburg is soaked in history and sorrow, and for many, the spirits of those who fought and died here have never truly left. Heading further south, we arrive in a city with a soul as vibrant as its history: stark, New Orleans, Louisiana. Shaped by centuries of colonial rule, slavery, devastating fires, and relentless disease outbreaks, New Orleans has a unique and complex past. This history has given rise to a culture rich in folklore, music, and a deep connection to the spiritual world, including the practices of voodoo. One of the most visually striking features of New Orleans is its above-ground cemeteries, often called cities of the dead, because the city is built on a swamp. Bodies had to be interred in ornate stone tombs above ground. These cemeteries, like St. Louis Cemetery No. 1, are hotspots for paranormal activity. Visitors report seeing the ghost of Voodoo Queen Marie Laveau, or feeling an unseen presence among the crumbling crypts. Beyond the cemeteries, the French Quarter is filled with haunted locations. The La Laurie Mansion, for example, is infamous for the horrific cruelty inflicted upon enslaved people by its owner, Delphine La Laurie. Passers-by claim to hear screams and moans coming from the empty building. Whether it's the lingering spirits from its tumultuous past or the city's powerful, mystical energy, New Orleans is a place where the veil between worlds feels incredibly thin. Let's continue our journey to another beautiful southern city with a ghostly reputation: Savannah, Georgia. As one of America's oldest and most picturesque cities, Savannah is known for its charming squares, cobblestone streets, and moss-draped oak trees. But much of this beauty was built directly on top of old burial grounds and sites of immense suffering, including battlefields from the Revolutionary War and areas where yellow fever victims were buried in mass graves. This foundation of tragedy has led many to believe that Savannah is one of America's most haunted cities. Historic homes, inns, and hotels are said to be filled with paranormal activity. At the Marshall House, which served as a hospital during both the Civil War and yellow fever epidemics, guests have reported seeing apparitions of soldiers and hearing children's voices running through the halls when no one is there. Objects have been known to move on their own, and some people have seen ghostly figures appear in mirrors. Places like the Sorrel-Wheat House are also famous for shadow figures and disembodied voices caught on audio recordings. In Savannah, it seems that the past isn't just buried beneath the city it lives and breathes within its very walls. Finally, let's head out west to the dusty, rugged landscape of Virginia City, Nevada. During the 19th century Silver Rush, Virginia City was a bustling boomtown, one of the most important industrial centers between Denver and San Francisco. But with immense wealth came immense danger. Life was cheap, and many miners died in tragic accidents deep within the earth or in violent shootouts in the town's many saloons. Today, Virginia City holds onto its Wild West past, and according to many, its ghosts as well. Old saloons, hotels, and opera houses are said to be teeming with spirits from the boomtown era. At the Washoe Club, a historic gambling hall, investigators and visitors alike have reported seeing full-bodied apparitions and capturing compelling evidence of paranormal activity on camera. The Silver Queen Hotel is famous for the spirit of a woman who is said to haunt one of its rooms, while the old cemeteries are filled with stories of ghostly miners still searching for their fortunes. In Virginia City, the untamed spirit of the Old West seems to live on, not just in its buildings, but in the unexplained encounters that continue to this day. So what is it that connects all of these towns? It's not just about fear or ghost stories, it's about history. Each of these locations experienced intense human suffering, sudden loss, and unresolved trauma on a massive scale. Psychologists have suggested that environments saturated with such strong emotional history can deeply affect our perceptions, making us more susceptible to feeling or seeing things that aren't there. Skeptics argue that the power of suggestion and our own expectations play a huge role. If you go to a haunted place expecting to see a ghost, you're more likely to interpret a shadow or a strange noise as something paranormal. And yet, what makes the stories from these towns so compelling is their consistency. We hear similar accounts from different people who have never met, told across different generations. People report seeing the same figures, hearing the same sounds, and feeling the same strange sensations in the same spots, year after year. Whether these experiences are truly paranormal, deeply psychological, or something that science has yet to fully understand, these towns continue to draw us in. They attract paranormal investigators looking for evidence, tourists seeking a thrill, and skeptics hoping to find a rational explanation. In the end, America's most haunted towns are more than just spooky destinations. They are living museums, powerful reminders that history leaves a mark. And sometimes, those marks feel chillingly alive. Thanks so much for watching. If you've ever had an unexplained experience in one of these towns or any other, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more journeys into the world's most mysterious places. See you next time.